only about 4 minutes early tonight. Right now, what is it? Oh no, you see that? Right there. It's almost 40 degrees in the shop here. It was like 18 when I got in here and fired the heat up, but now we're up to almost 40. Let's see if I can remember how to watch myself on here. Excuse me. Anybody's here? Somebody's here. Oh dang, I just noticed that I didn't realize that, but anyway, a YouTube friend of mine is also live right now. Okay, there we go. I think we got it now. Yep, there I am. So I gotta get this set up. Why is that not moving now? No. Okay. I think it's just too cold for this computer. Oh, I got two. Oh, one of them's probably me. Oh, yeah. Okay, I'll switch this over to live chat. There we go. Okay, if you're on here, give me a comment. And what do y'all want to talk about tonight? I see there's 3 on here now, which means 2. Kevin Henderson, Charlene Grady. Hey, how you doing? Yeah, I'm off work. It's getting a little boring. It's cold. It's like 5 degrees outside. So, I just thought we'd do it live tonight. I mean, it's cold out. Cold and snowy here, like crazy. Well, Charlene, I'm glad you made it. Jan, how are you doing tonight? Look, this might be a lively live tonight, at least as long as my heat holds out over here. I'm glad everybody's here. This is my 4th live. It's been 4 days in a row because I haven't been working because of the weather. Well, Monday wasn't because of the weather, that was a school holiday. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, that's kind of a bummer, isn't it, Kevin? Yeah, I happened to see that. Yeah, I bet it does. Never broken an ankle, but yeah, I'm glad you made it too, Charlene. I hope it's entertaining enough. Oh, wow. Well, I've broken bones before. Yeah, it's windy here, too. Really windy. I mean, I think the wind chill is like minus teens or something like that. But yeah, I've broken 2 bones, not counting my nose. Well, yeah, I thought we were going to get more snow as well, but I think it'd probably look like more if the wind wasn't blowing so bad. It's horrible here. Yeah, I don't have much on the ground here. Of course, I've got some drifts that are pretty rough. Well, they're not bad. They're probably 15 inches in places. Oh, I bet that wind off the ocean is cold. It's starting to get warmer in the shop here. Finally. So, yeah, I didn't know you were getting that wet. Last night I was talking to a guy down by Maryland. He's right on the ocean, and he was telling me that we're going to get, or they were going to get about 18 inches of snow today. Coat won't unzip. That's why I'm looking kind of weird. Loosen up some clothes here. So what's on everybody's mind? Besides the cold, I know it's been cold and miserable. Ooh, yeah, I know what it's like to not sleep. That can make life miserable. Bet I'm struggling to get over 40 degrees in here. Wow, if the winds are strong enough to keep you awake, oh, I'm ready for spring. As long as we don't have a lot of tornadoes this year. Well, that's thoughtful of you, Jan. Still fighting on my coat, not doing anything weird. It's just a new group from last night. What do y'all think about the current president? Well, that's how that works, Kevin. And it's good to have somebody that you can do that trade-off with. It makes it rough, Jan. It really does. It's been like that around here before. Whoops, y'all fell over. Okay. Got kind of a... For some reason, my phone won't record horizontally. Or well, it'll record horizontally, but it shows vertically there, so it looks like I'm on my side. I don't know what to do about this, but anyway. That's still not helping. Okay, there we go. Stinking sinuses. Glad y'all are able to take care of each other. this weather, if you got anything outside to do, it just drains you. I know I was outside earlier, and I was out here 30 minutes and I was wiped out. But I had to go in and warm up for about an hour. Still not very warm in here. So, no school. No school today. We didn't have school Monday, but that's because of President's Day and then all this snow. And so no school today, no school tomorrow. So he's doing pretty good. Yeah, I've been, I guess the last 3 nights, just been kind of experimenting with it. And I was kind of sort of, last night was pretty good. My brother was on here, and I had one of those small world experiences. A guy was on here that lives out east of Springfield a ways, and he knows his nephew is another, well, I guess you'd call him a startup YouTuber. I think I got his YouTube channel wrong last night. I think it's Swap Talk with Brand Poultry. But anyway, Brad at Brand Poultry was his nephew. And me and Brad go back, we coon hunted together about 20 years ago. And then he was telling me that his brother had worked at the same place I did. He didn't tell me his name, but that kind of stuff, just, I find it kind of interesting. Well, on the lives, I don't know how many I want to get done, because I work nights, and I'm going to try to do one a week, probably Saturday or Sunday, I don't know, depends on what things look like. I didn't even know I could do lives yet. So, yeah, I saw the other day that I had enough subscribers that I could, so, well, I'm going to give this a try. See how it works. But number one farmhand's doing all right. He's himself. I got, like I said, I've been off. But Monday was a holiday. So figured I'd give this live stuff a try. I've been on, I've commented on a lot of other people's lives. I'm buffering here. Anybody else getting into buffering? So, yeah. How about the price of, okay. Yeah, and I need a lot of watch hours, Jan. I know. It's probably the weather, I'm guessing. I don't know, because on my phone it didn't show anything. Then again, I'm new to all of this, so I don't know. No, I'm still just at, I hit 337 last night. Yeah. So I'm still struggling with that, and I haven't been very consistent putting out videos, so my watch hours are way low. And between work and life, I haven't been putting out real good videos either. So, but if I would like to make money I would appreciate it. I'd like to make money at this, but if I do, great. If not, well, that's okay too. Because I kind of enjoy doing it. And, like I said, a lot of times I don't record some of the stuff around the place here just because I got to get it done so I can get to work. Having to work for a living kind of sucks sometimes. But anyway, it's just a fact of life. Yeah. Wow. I would have figured that he would have. Yeah. Sometimes it gets real annoying. Okay, well, that was kind of weird. But anyway, yeah, my job can get real annoying. Being a janitor at a high school sometimes, 90% of the time it's not bad because I got my area I clean and there's nobody there. So, but then it's basketball season and that's the most annoying part. Oh, Kevin, that's a rough way to have to get a vacation, buddy. Stupid coat. I mean, I don't know. It's only 30 years old. Well, I don't envy you, Kevin, having a broken leg. Said I haven't broke any bone. Well, I don't know. I think I probably broke a finger here and there, or a toe. But I haven't broken any bones since I was like 9 years old. And then I broke my wrist, well, just behind my wrist, just above it, I guess you'd say. And they put the cast on before the swelling went down, so the cast was loose. So I broke it again before it got healed completely, and then then it started healing up wrong, and I had to go in the hospital and get it rebroken. So I guess technically it's been broke 3 times. I broke both bones there, but I haven't had any big bone breaks since then. Pretty sure my nose has been broke. That was my fault. But anyhow, well, I didn't think anybody much was going to be on here tonight, so I didn't think about too much. How's the price of eggs up there, Charlene, in your area? I know what it is in Kevin and Jan's area because they're not that far from me. I was in Walmart the other day. That's never fun for me anymore. Yeah, all the animals are doing okay. I'm hoping I can get them all through this cold spell. And it's only going to be 3 days, they say. So far they're all right. The bull and the heifer, they've caused some problems. Hey, Echo Stream. Yeah, I don't like Walmart either. I just like it less and less all the time. But I noticed eggs were $5.46 a dozen. Made me appreciate my eggs, or my chickens starting to lay again. So, yeah. I usually check out the price of bacon too. It's, you know. No, that was just regular grade A large eggs. Not the free range. I didn't even look at the price of them. I told myself I'm glad I don't have to buy those. And they had a lot of them too. They very well could have been. Wow. Hey, glad I don't have to pay that much. The thing that gets me is when we were trying to sell eggs, nobody wanted to pay us $2 a dozen because they could get them for $1 something at Walmart. Now they're either paying $5 a dozen or doing without eggs. I wonder if they go into Walmart and try to bargain with them like they did me. I just realized, Kevin, what you were calling the voice to text stupid for. No, I don't think Walmart will negotiate. I didn't negotiate either. I did with one friend, and he guaranteed me that he would buy eggs every week at that price. I said, okay, then I'll do it for you. And then he got to where he didn't want to. Well, that is crazy. I probably would have to do without eggs at $10.50 a dozen. Dang. If I had more, I could ship you some cheaper than that. I could probably ship you 2 dozen. I mean, overnight would probably only be $10 for shipping. That's crazy. Wow. And I thought $5 was a lot for eggs. Alright. It's all crazy. I think it's incoming conspiracy theory. Yeah. $6.99 a pound. Dang. I have an extra pig that'll be ready to go to the processor into next month, or into this month. I don't know, this cold may set them back a little bit. They burn a lot of fat trying to stay warm. Yeah, the government's got a lot to do with it. like I said, if for no other reason than their policy on this whole bird flu stuff. All right, Collins, Missouri, buzzes. Huh. But well, I think some of it is that. It's like I was saying, and I got distracted. When the government, whether it be state or federal, I think it's state, but they come in and these big chicken houses, whether they're laying houses or brooder houses, if they find one bird with the flu, they cull the whole flock. And, you know, down here, one of the Tyson houses, I believe, down by Neosho, killed something like 1.2 million birds in one shot. It's crazy. And, you know, of course, I think it was Echo Stream last night reminded me that Tyson is heavily invested in the lab-grown meat thing. Yeah, allegedly. Yeah, well, I don't think Tyson being invested in the lab-grown meats, allegedly. I've read enough. Yeah, that's a good question, Kevin. That's, I don't know that. I mean, I'm sure that it's not always the first one they get. I don't know, my thought is that you check them, you get one, you separate it out, and you keep checking. And if you don't get any more, you come back and check another time. But I don't blame you. I don't think we're getting anything from Tyson either. We grow our own pork, and I think this year we're going to raise our own meat birds. I need to talk. Excuse me while I wipe my nose. I'm going to talk to Brad that I mentioned earlier with Brand Poultry, and maybe go in with him, because he raises meat birds and sells them. Yeah, Kevin, we're going to do it. I'm pretty sure. Like I said, I was talking to Brad from Brand Poultry, and he was telling me that he gets from 50 at a time, but there's another price break at 100. So I think I'm going to talk to him about us getting 50 and he getting 50, and you know, we can both get the price break. That way we don't have to buy all that commercial stuff. Yeah, I'm ready for springtime. It's going to feel like it here next week. It's going to be up in the 60s. I mean, we're going to be in the negatives for the next, about 3 days of negative temperatures, and then by next Monday it'll be up to 60 again here. It's crazy. Kevin and Jan, where do you guys get your meat birds at? I know I was thinking about Cackle Hatchery because I've used them a lot, but I can't remember where Brad said that he gets his. Okay, I've not heard of that one. I'll have to look them up. I found out, of course, my memory's horrible. There's a lot of smaller hatcheries around that I've not heard of. By the way, I'm going to give my buddy Brad a plug here. Go check out his Swap Talk Swap Talk YouTube channel. I had a catalog from Murray McMurray before, and I don't know, I was just a little leery because of the distance from me. Shoot, you don't have to have a lot of land for chickens. I mean, if you're going to free range them, but if you can put them in a tractor, we put ours inside of some electrified poultry netting. And that works really well for us. We got it from Premier One. I know other people, Kevin, that have bought from Murray, you know, that's kind of close to me, and they said they've never had a problem. But it's probably me just being a little overly cautious. Yeah, Charlene, I know people complain about the stupidest stuff. I like where I live. Neighbors on either side of me. I only have two neighbor families. Yeah. And the ones to the south, I think they still have some chickens. They may not. They had trouble with possums killing their chickens. And the people to the north, well, they've got cows and horses. They might be dyed, I don't know, but brown is the most common color for chicken eggs. I know you wouldn't believe it by buying eggs from the store, but that's what I've read. I got chickens one time, it was about 3-4 years ago, from Tractor Supply. I happened to show up, and they were trying to get rid of them. They had them for 50 cents a piece, so I bought $10 worth. And they started laying earlier than any chickens I've ever had, and they laid a lot of eggs. But I haven't been to see them at that price since. We've got to add more layers this year, too. Ours are getting old. And that's not very many chickens on a half acre. I mean, you know, if you're going to let them free range, well, then that causes problems with neighbors in town. But I don't know. Like I said, I don't have a problem with chickens. I like roosters even. I don't. The crow doesn't bother me. I can't tell any difference in the eating of the eggs, no matter what color they are. We've had white layers and brown layers, and we had some Easter eggers that laid pink and green, and yeah, they all pretty much taste the same to me. And when you bake them into stuff, you for sure can't tell. I tried some duck eggs. A co-worker gave me a dozen to try because I'd never had them. And they were okay. And, you know, I just fried them up like I do my chicken eggs for breakfast. That was a little bit rubbery. I may have cooked them too long. Yep, that's what I think. I've heard, and I've also heard the opposite, but I've heard that the brown eggs have higher cholesterol than the white ones, but I don't know. Yeah, I don't think so. because I've heard people say it. There's definitely a difference between homegrown eggs and the store-bought eggs. I'm not to that point yet, Jan, but I don't care for them. And it used to make my dad so mad when he would have to buy eggs from the store. He'd say, "Oh, I hate these damn," what do you call them? They're basically the refrigerated eggs. He didn't like it at all. He was so happy when we got our first chickens and started providing him with farm-raised eggs again. They do inject them with a lot of crap. I mean, because they put them in such tight confinement that you got to inject them with stuff all the time to keep them healthy. It's not good. And the feed definitely makes a difference. I think my eggs taste better in the summertime when my chickens can eat bugs and worms and stuff like that. I feel you, Charlene, and that's why I don't live in the city. I like it out here. I'm getting a phone call, but I'm not going to answer it. Probably me too. All right, Charlene, be careful. Stay warm. I'll catch you later. Jan, I probably would have too. I couldn't live in town. I've tried it. I lived in a small town south of where I'm at now called Asbury. And, oh man, I couldn't stand it. There was only 200 people in the whole town, but I lived there about 10 years. I bought a house there. I still own the house, but anyway. All right, Jan, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. But, yeah, I don't like living in town, in a town. God bless you too, Charlene. All right, Kevin, glad you can stay. Yeah, town living's not for me. That's me. I'm a moderator on somebody's channel, but I don't know how to do it. They just told me, "Hey, you're going to be a moderator," and I'm like, "What? I don't know what's going on." And they went ahead and made me a moderator. But anyway. You know, Kevin, it's kind of a bad thing you broke your ankle now. If it was in the summertime, you could have went fishing. I probably shouldn't have said that. It's probably like rubbing salt in the wound. Yeah, the whole moderator, I don't understand. Well, I'm glad you like it, Echo Stream. I'm glad you're here. I said this live stuff, I'm just getting started in this. Yeah. Well, you know, like I said, if it was summertime, you could go out there and, well, I guess you could go down to the heated dock. Do they still have a heated dock on Stockton? You go down there and prop your foot up and just sit there and fish all day. That's a thought. I know I went to, there used to be one because when I was a kid, probably, I don't know. Ooh, look at that crazy hair. My head was getting hot. I don't know, maybe 10 years old. My cousin liked to fish a lot, and he wanted to go up there to Stockton to that heated dock, and he didn't want to go by himself. He was in his early 20s, so he took me up there, and we fished all night on the heated dock. But like I said, that was a while ago. If I was 10, you know, I'm 59 now, so almost 50 years ago. Wow. That's crazy. I think I need to make more time this year to go fishing. I don't usually have the patience for fishing. If they're not biting in about 30 minutes and I'm done. I like it. That's what I was just saying. I like to fish if I'm catching something. Of course, I can sit and catch them little bitty minnows along the edge of the bank for hours at a time. If they're biting. You know, I don't have to catch big fish as long as I'm catching something. When I was in my early teens, you know, 12, 13, me and my buddies had a fishing spot that no one knew about. And it's probably still there, but I don't think I can get to it anymore. It was about 1.5 miles from my house. And we would cut through the woods to go there, but we killed them little panfish. I'm pretty sure it was overpopulated. So, it seems like I'm starting to buffer a lot. Oh man, I get done with this, I'm gonna have to go in and take me some sinus pills. It's starting to warm up in here. Well, I got it up to 50 degrees in here now. I'm in my little shop. I'm in the process of setting it up to do laser engraving and woodworking, and I think the #1 farmhand's going to do some 3D printing in here. I don't know. So, yeah, I probably need to go do some fishing and put it up. And, you know, as we've got a lot of strip pits around here that are full of fish. I was talking to a kid on the bus about a strip pit about 4 miles north of me here. It's a big one. And I was asking, I mentioned something, I said, you think there's any fish in there? Yeah, I've done a little bit. I was playing yesterday, and I don't know if you can see I made these foam holders. They're kind of cheesy, but like I said, I was just playing to see if I could do it. It's like 2mm plywood. But we'll be putting some of that stuff up as we get it. I got to get my shop done. I've made some of these. It says gather. And there's some other stuff I've done. I've kind of shown. I've got some, I don't know what I did with them. but I can't find them right now. It's dark in here because I don't have any electricity. The light that's shining on me is from my computer screen. But I've been making some coasters, some wooden ones. Now these aren't very good. These I'm working on. I got to get back to fiddling with them, getting them right. But they're for a community that I used to live in for a short time as a kid. My mom and dad both kind of grew up there. But, so, I'm doing a lot of experimenting. I've made some bookmarks. Let me see if I can get one of them out from my brother's church. They have a wild game feed. I made these for the back of guys for some projects that my brother was planning on doing. If I can get him to ever come up and pick them up. I've got these bookmarks. I'm trying to get one out of here. It's upside down. But you can read it. That's my brother's church, and they have a wild game feed. And he wanted some of these bookmarks. There's a Bible verse on the back. My brother lives in Carthage. The Bible verse says, "Then I heard a voice speaking to me. Get up, Peter." The voice said, "Kill and eat." Acts 11:7, I believe. Yeah, my brother's not too far away. He lives down in Carthage, Missouri, which you probably know where that's at, Kevin. So yeah, and as I get this set up, I will start doing more of that stuff. Carthage, well, I guess it's all right. My brother and his wife, they were all about that town, but I don't know, I'm not for town, so it's all right. I mean, I guess for me it's because I grew up around it. It's, it's got some interesting history. That's pretty cool, but I don't get over there much. I've got a cousin that lives over there too, or he did. I don't know if he's moved or not, but yeah. So, yeah, that's me. I kind of like going to town once in a while. Lately, it's not so much, but I like to go down to the edge of Joplin, there at Airport Drive, and go to Always Buying Books. Old Bob there, he's a character, the owner. And I like to read a lot, so. But there are some things in bigger towns that, you just can't get. But most of it I don't have any interest in. But anyway, we used to go up to Kansas City up to the races, but NASCAR messed with the rules so much I don't enjoy it anymore. And since we've gotten more involved in animals around here, and actually, I guess you'd call it farming, it's hard to get away. I mean, it really is. There's things that need to be fed and watered, and so it makes it a little harder to do stuff. I know that number one farmhand, he's always wanting to go fishing, so I think we need to do more fishing this year. Yeah, I think we just need to do a little more to just enjoy each other's company. That's something that there's not enough of anymore, I don't think. Parents and kids spending time together. I know when I left my job at the battery factory back in, well, I believe it was November of 2020. Yeah, that's what it was, because I was just like 2 months short of having 21 years in there. Yeah, whatever. It don't matter now, but we got to spend a year together that summer. We did lawn mowing and garden tilling and all kinds of stuff, and that was great. And we still spend a lot of time, but I think we need to do some stuff where we're just more hanging out than anything else. Kind of surprised, but my heater's still going. Might be able to do a live again tomorrow night. So, anybody else got anything on their mind? Yeah, I hate to just sit here not saying anything because, that makes for a boring video. I know that I can get off into some topics that nobody that I'm around in person really likes to get into, so. Yeah. I'm tired of this weather too, man. I enjoy not having to work, but I'd rather go to work than have to deal with this weather. It makes everything twice as hard, and yeah, I feel you, Kevin. I really do. You can't get around. That's really aggravating. I'm ready for the springtime. I'm ready for, I'm ready for spring. I'm not ready for summer. I'm ready for 75 degrees, and that's about it. I think a little more than 30 years ago, yeah. I think when I was a kid, we got a lot. I remember one year, we got a 30-inch snow. But we got more snows. I mean, more, 1-inch, 2-inch snows. And, yeah, it got colder. Not colder than it is now, but colder than the average that we've had. I mean, yeah, I remember lots of nights, me being up all night, after the TV went off, because, I'm old enough to remember when the TV shut off at midnight. But sitting at the window, looking out the window, watching it snow all night. I really do think we got more snow back then than we do now. that 30-inch snow is quite the story because, okay, I just got disconnected in the middle of my story. But this weather forecaster, his name was Lee George. He's an old guy. I mean, even back then he was old. But he come on the weather one night. You know, back then my dad watched the news and the weather religiously. Sports came on, he usually shut it off. But and said, well, the National Weather Service is saying we're going to get, I forget how much snow we're going to get. He said, but I don't think it's going to do that. I think we're just going to get snow flurries, and that's going to be it. It's not going to amount to anything. And we woke up to 30 inches of snow the next morning. Now that's a big snow for this area. That's really big. We usually, I think our average snowfall probably 2 or 3 inches. But yeah, I believe we got more snow back then. And school didn't get canceled as often either. But I as I get older, I kind of understand, you know, especially up here where I live. Yeah, I think we have gotten more snow than last year. Last year, I think, if I remember correctly, it was a fairly mild winter. It didn't get real cold. Now, the year before, we had like two weeks where it was, you know, around 0 or below. I mean, I lost some animals over that one. And I talked to some other farmers in this area, and they lost animals too. I'm talking full-grown adult cows that they lost. But that was, I believe, 2 years ago. Yeah, you might be right. Like I said, it wasn't very cold last year. We've gotten spoiled because for years we've had some really mild winters around here. I mean, it barely got in the 20s. I'm thinking the 90s, most of the 90s and the early 2000s were that way. I mean, it's kind of nice, but, and it didn't get real hot in the summertime either. I mean, I don't think, you know, about 95 was about as hot as it got in the summertime. That was something I've talked to Rhonda about a lot, was that I remember when I was a kid, we'd get really cold winters and really hot summers. I mean, we'd have 2-3 weeks of 100-degree temperatures, you know, late July through August. But about October, the bottom fell out, you know. It'd be, October, in my memory, seems to be like it was rainy and dreary and cool. There's a lot of, I remember it being misty on a lot of Halloween nights, and cold. You have to wear a coat. So, yeah, I think the weather's changed. Like I said, the year before last, though, it was brutal cold there for a couple of weeks, and I didn't like it. A lot of other people didn't either, but what are you going to do about it? So, okay, well, here in just a few seconds I'll have an hour in, and I think I'm going to wrap this up and go in where it's warmer. It's getting pretty comfortable in here now. Yeah, we're like 55 degrees now in here, but I think I'm going to call it here. And Kevin, I appreciate you and Jan showing up, and I know Charlene's already gone. Echo Stream, if you're still here, I appreciate you. showing up. And like I said, I may do this again tomorrow. I'll put a post on my channel and let everybody know. But I've enjoyed it. Appreciate y'all showing up and interacting with me. All right. You and Jan have a good night too, Kevin. And let's look out for each other. Let's help each other when we can. Don't forget to pray.